Yes, the scale potential at Illaara. So what do we see? Firstly, we have an entire greenstone belt. And so there's going to be lots of opportunities within that. And a lot of the purpose of the Air Core program is to identify where those major structures are or those major corridors are as early and as quickly as possible so we can then follow them up. So starting off the drilling down at CRA, we've got three trends there. That gives us three areas to immediately start following up. We believe those zones will extend. We're currently drilling to the south of CRA. There's nothing to indicate that those trends, those prospective structures, the good-looking rocks, and the alteration that continues to the south. So we expect to see those trends also grow. So what does it speak to about the scale of the potential? This is a brand new greenstone belt. The greenstone belts next door have millions of ounces of gold on them, multiple operating mines. And we're now putting the first holes into the Illaara Greenstone Belt, which will show us the first, allow us to do the same thing. We got three trends identified early and hopefully a lot more to come. Yeah, so the relationship between them, they're all in the Illaara Greenstone Belt and they're all controlled by Dreadnought. Aside from that, a lot of them are sitting on different structures, different lithostructural settings. So at CRA at the moment, we're seeing quite a thick mafic package with some interflow sediments, and we see some felsics updip and some ultramafics downdip from that. At Metzke's, it's all stolidic basalt sitting in there, that narrow vein high grade gold. And then Black Oak is much more. There's banded iron formations, there's sediments, so different lithostructural settings. However, they're all within the greenstone belt, so these are different systems. And so each of these could become a camp in their own right and host their own deposits, which is quite an exciting opportunity. And again, highlights the scale of the opportunity at Illaara. That's right. The infill drilling, that's what gets us excited. We're doing the first pass. We're trying to find these corridors of opportunity with the widest spaced drilling that we can. We got 75 strike kilometers of greenstone belt. It gets over 10 kilometers wide. We're looking for something that's, a kilometer, 2 kilometers long, that's 10 to 20 meters wide. And we're doing that with 800 meter by 200 or 4 by 100 meter spaced air core holes. So we're looking for a needle in a haystack, looking for that broad system, especially in this first pass wide spaced air core. And that next round that we're doing coming up is closing that in. And so we expect to see better numbers. We start to see a better control within those corridors of opportunity where the cross structures might be coming in, where there might be better mineralization. And then in those areas is where we'll do the RC drilling and hopefully make that big discovery.